you've had a couple matches here late in the season where you've absolutely destroyed a couple of people. How does that feel when you get out there and you throw up a double bagel?
It feels really good, especially since we're coming to the last few matches of my career. Just there's definitely some extra fight that's been brought out, and just want to finish on a high note.
How do you, seeing the career come to an end, obviously you want to perform well, but how do you do that without maybe putting too much pressure on yourself?
I'm a person where I'm always gonna give it my all, and if that's not good enough, then it's not my day. Then I just know if I give it all I have, then that's gonna be my best.
How much have you guys talked about making sure that you have a good showing at the MIAA tournament when you head down to Springfield?
We've talked about it a lot, especially since a lot haven't even been, and a lot of us haven't been since my freshman year. Just haven't been in a while, so they're not expecting to see us coming, and just give them a show.
Perfect. Easy. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
What's it like when, you and Coach, you talk on the way down here, you have a coach that speaks your language? How much does that kind of help just kind of ground you and maybe make you feel a little bit more comfortable?
It helps a lot because, of course, it's my native language, so it helps a lot. But even on court, it's very helpful whenever you're just so stressed and you cannot handle anything. You know that she's going to speak your language, and it's such a helpful moment. And when you want to share some problems, some personal problems, and it's not your native language, English, it's much more easy, and I think it helps a lot. Yeah.
You have been one of the more consistent players on the team, whether you've been at 2 or 3. You had a long stretch there in the middle of the season where it seemed like you were just winning every match. What does it feel like to kind of get in the groove like that?
It's true that this semester has been very good. Last year I was playing number 1, and it was pretty hard. Mentally, it was mentally tough. Tennis, of course, it's very mental. But I think this year with the team and coaches, Cici, Patsy, they helped a lot on court, but also off the court. And I think it was very good for me, that part, and I think it helped me a lot too.
Obviously, you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself, but when you guys go into a tournament setting, certainly tennis is always going to be a very, very individual sport, but how do you guys kind of get behind the team? And I see you guys out there at Kosovo, you're always trying to rally. How do you try to bring that energy when your teammates are out there?
It's so helpful whenever you're not on court and you're trying to help people. And when you're on court and you know that your teammates are right behind the fence and they're helping you, just, I don't know, like making jokes or saying stupid stuff because you're so stressed and you cannot handle anything. But you know that your teammates are going to be there and they're proud of you. It helps so much. And of course, there are so many matches that I won because of my teammates, just because of them.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, coming down the stretch of the season, you want to be playing your best tennis, obviously. Do you feel like the Lady Hornets are playing their best tennis?
Tennis is hard to play your best tennis every match. There's so many ups and downs, but I think what makes the difference is bringing your best mentally, always fighting, and I think that made a huge difference this year. The girls show up with a great mindset every match, and that definitely helped the tennis. No matter the day, it's as long as you stay strong mentally, you're going to perform well, and that's going to make a difference.
Certainly when you're coaching out there on the court, and tennis is a sport where you can't coach players at every single level. That's changing a lot professionally, and maybe it'll get to where college is. But when you have a player that you can talk to in French a little bit, can you kind of disguise some strategy a little bit that maybe you couldn't if you were having to talk to a player in English?
I would say depend on the situation. I would say I'm probably going to speak louder. I'm trying, I don't have to be as discreet, but overall I would say the same thing in both languages. It's just sometimes easier for me to get through them in French, but I'm used to now both and switching, and I think it's nice to have a different background, different culture, and different languages in the team. So that brings a lot to the team.
You've got a player like Perla who's kind of been really consistent for you no matter what level she's at. She's been able to get you wins. And Paige is a veteran who's also been playing really well singles, been competing at doubles very well here for you. going through, how important will these two players specifically be at the MIAA championships?
I think they're both a great example of what experience is. Just they got a lot of experience, and that matters a lot in college tennis. The way they handle like every situation makes a huge difference, and I think that's a reflection of their winning record, and that's something precious for the MIAA tournament because we're gonna need that. As Paige mentioned, it's been like 3 years we haven't been there, so some of them never been. So we'll see if this lack of experience in the conference tournament is going to be a problem. But I don't think though. I think that all this season brought us here, the hard work and everything. So I'm pretty confident that the experience over the last few years is going to help us.
Give us a breakdown of the first round opponent. Obviously, everybody in the MIAA tournament is going to be tough, top seed all the way into the last seed. But what do you see in this first round matchup?
I'm pretty excited first to get a revenge on UCO. We lost against them during regular season. So that's definitely going to be like challenging for us to get there and really get the extra motivation of beating them. I think it's just all mental and motivation. Whoever wants to win the most is probably going to get the win, and I'm confident that the girls going to show up with their best tennis and best mental motivation. Good.